Dual Creative Speech. My name is Kristen O'Donnell. It is Friday, May 15th, and I'll be giving my persuasive speech today. Alright, let's get going. So in the year 2014, the Free the Nipple movement started to take traction. It kind of had a bad association at first, and definitely still does with certain demographics. But it was definitely associated with radical, bra-burning, third-wave feminism at first and sex workers. But it is really beyond just wanting to not wear a shirt in public. It's about, being objectified for a woman's entire life, from sometimes as early as age 5 or 6 until they're elderly. And this is just giving them the power to take back their body, which I think is really cool. And the change of policy I want to make is kind of on the same basis. I think that social media regulation should be changed to allow women to post topless, uncensored photos. I think women should, have the right to make the decisions they want with their body, whether it's in healthcare or how much they're showing. So I think that a woman's body is not inherently sexual, and social media regulation should definitely reflect that. So according to Time magazine, on September 11th, 2015, the Free the Nipple movement was started on a simple double standard. Men can be topless essentially wherever, and women can be topless where they are paid to be, like in strip clubs or cam girls or whatnot. So as soon as a woman owns it and owns her body, it's seen as shameful or trashy. Women and men should not have double standards about what is allowed simply because of a difference of fat cells in the chest area. A common misconception about this movement is that it's to encourage women to go topless, but that's just not true. It's about giving them the option, the choice, because if they're not comfortable with it, that's okay, but that doesn't mean women who are comfortable with it should have the choice taken away from them. So although not necessarily what I'm trying to achieve is to just walk around shirtless, it kind of stands by the same principle. Women should have the freedom to show as much of their body as men do. Critics of Free the Nipple say it could make passersby uncomfortable, and this could be seen as an issue for both in-person and social media interactions, but ultimately it comes down to a person's prejudices. It's the stigmatization in our society. If a person isn't comfortable, that's because of their own issues that they need to work out, and their prejudices shouldn't inflict on another person's freedom. And additionally, with the change I want to make, that's not really as much of an issue, making people uncomfortable, because most major companies and websites have sensitive content blockers, which could totally prevent that. So with the social media companies, they have content blockers, and they also have many rules of their own. So according to the Facebook community guidelines, which run for both Facebook and Instagram, and Vox on October 15th, 2018, Facebook and Instagram are some of the most popularly used photo sharing websites on social media apps. Both of these sites, which are both owned by Facebook, have incredibly strict rules and regulations. They state the reasons are because of the prevention of child pornography and the protection of the sensitive. But both of those are easy fixes. With a proper age verification process on these websites beyond just entering a birthday, which anybody could lie about, these problems could really be fixed. Additionally, as I stated before, content blockers do exist on most major websites, and I know that because I personally utilize them on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook states that it allows women's breasts to be shown in certain instances. Facebook allows breasts depicted through art, pictures of protest, and pictures for health education, including breastfeeding photos or photos of mastectomy scars, as long as the nipple is not shown. But if the nipple's the issue, and men have nipples and consequently show them when they're topless, why can't we show ours if the nipple's the issue? Speaking of Twitter, Twitter is a very large website that has a very large NSFW following, which means not safe for work. Nudity is allowed, and it is a place where sex workers can easily and safely find clientele. The reporting process, as a result, is quick and accurate, according to Vox magazine. Anything that seems slightly suspicious is immediately reported and most of the times taken down, alongside porn spam accounts, which could raid people who maybe did have the content blocker set up. They have an easy way of getting through, and those issues are mostly resolved. So although child pornography is unable to be completely prevented, precautions can still be taken that allow consenting adults to express themselves while protecting children still. Many precautions are already in place, but they just aren't being used to their full potential. Although these movements of like freedom of expression and the Free the Nipple movement have been going on for years, they have had very little traction and very little progress, but I don't believe that they should stop trying. With proper safety measures and regulations, women can express themselves and feel beautiful without putting children or the sensitive in danger. It's just a matter of equality. Feminism can benefit because our bodies will be normalized. We won't have a stigma of some grand prize being surrounded by a woman's body. They're just humans again. Because breasts aren't for any man or any viewer's pleasure. They're anatomy. They are a part of femininity. They are a part of feeding children. They should be used only as such unless somebody else chooses. A woman should be able to use them to express her femininity or feel empowered or beautiful if men can do that with their chests. Because once again, a woman's body is not inherently sexual, and I believe social media regulation should reflect that.